So, hi everyone, welcome to Mediumship Monday. We'll just go straight in with the bits of paper. So, if you're new to me, first of all, hello, hashtag newbie. That's what we call you when you're new around here. I don't know, there's not really a time limit on it. You decide when you transfer or transition rather into a hashtag oldie. Oh, I can feel the spirit world are excited about whatever's going to come out today, or it's going to be helpful in some kind of way. Obviously, I would intend that it's helpful in some kind of way. At least one person out there every time I do it, and more than one. Um, but the reason I'm saying that is because I can feel so much healing coming to my back right now, and that's always my sign for there's a lot of healing going out to your heart chakra if this message is going to resonate with you. And there's always going to be something that resonates in a message for you at some point because you were led here for a reason. Right, so. And it could even just be that you generally like my content and what I put out. But like I said, sometimes it's going to resonate more with you than others. But you might be one of the soul family that you're like, not every single time there's something I need to hear. Right, so I'm shuffling the wee bits of paper. So the story behind this is I wrote loads of things down on a bit of paper because it helps me not procrastinate, and it's something that I help my coaching clients with in particular, whether it be business or any other area of life. Obviously that's a text that just came in for me, so there could be important downloads, messages coming in for you from the divine or whatever you call yours, God, spirit, guides. And there could also be literal important messages coming in. And again, I use the word important because it is a Capricorn full moon today as I'm channeling it. And it's so fun, like, a long story short, but again, when I'm going into a story, right, it's always everything, if you're new, everything I do is part of the channeling, right? So text coming in, phones, even if someone comes to buzzer, which I hope it doesn't happen. But again, any kind of interruptions all part of it and that as well. But the point is I'd planned to do a live stream in a few hours, and I did sort of think when I was over enthusiastically creating um the graphics and that, because again, see, when I actually apply myself and I sit down and do that, and I don't mean like sit for hours doing it, it's usually when I just take like a minute sometimes or a couple of minutes to make something, it actually ends up being quite good because people are like, oh, that's really good. But or I could just see, I'm like, yeah, that's quite good. But there's something in that. When you overthink it, you kind of overdo it. Whereas whenever, like you say, they're just using an example of an accurate graphic. Because again, this isn't the first time that I've been doing. Basically what I'm trying to say is, I always say this is my first paper round. When I first started with Crystal Clear Visions, it was 8 years ago this year actually. I used to put a lot of effort into all that, or at least a bit of effort, more effort than I have done the last few years. And I love it. Must be the Pisces in my chart. Like, I love emojis, like, to the point where when I was in Facebook groups back in the day, like, people would go, "Oh, you're the one that uses all the emojis." But you know what I mean? It's kind of like, but then I just kind of, I don't know, I just get bored of things. I'm amazed. I'm like, I can't bother. Again, it's not good. That's not good for business consistency, actually. So do you know what I mean? So I'm trying to get back into at least making an effort with that, including making my own wee tarot oracle spread, because I kept looking up other people's, and so I made my own one. So again, I don't know if you're a graphic designer, right, which my dad was for years. I could critique it, like loads of shit. I could critique. I mean, I usually like to put a slap bang a whole load of shit on these things, right? Like, far too much. But I just chucked it together, and it's more really about the questions. And like I said, it's really just for me. But yeah, if other people want to use it, that's fine. But again, I think I probably will put a wee effort into doing them whenever I feel guided to it. Like, and it was really just because there's nothing wrong with using other people's, but I thought I'm actually just gonna. I know what each feel. I'm gonna make my own ones up. So we're going to use this one that I've made up. And I did say that when I do the live stream tonight, it was a 6 card reading for £20 for anybody that wants a personal one. But of course, you could choose the free cards for a tenner thing, or you could just donate to the channel because you're grateful for all the stuff about it for free. That's always welcome as well. And but never needed, guys. Again, because it's like I had loads of downloads in my sleep last night. That is a huge part of my purpose. Is that I provide a lot of free content for people. Mainly the biggest part of the healing being in those shamanic journeys. Although there's not a lot of them, what is there is powerful. And again, that's not me being up myself or anything. I channeled them. And yeah, it's basically like a gift from the divine through me. But obviously, I always do like to acknowledge whether it's myself or someone else. I did take the time to do that. And it's, you know what I mean? Like, so I have to give myself credit somewhere. And yeah, so basically, but I know that it's like when I put out stuff for others and, you know, just let go of how I'm rewarded back for that. It's not always that I'm rewarded back through money. Like, I can be rewarded back through something amazing happening in my life, or I can just be rewarded back by just fucking my ass being saved, you know, with, I don't know, like a bill that needs paid. And like, because it's quite funny. And then I wondered if I was going to go on about that today. But all the stuff I'm talking about, it is like Capricorn. And I'm sure I remember saying this whenever in the past, when I used to get really frustrated and flustered about things, and I feel it was actually before I knew about me having ADHD, so I was just putting it down dyslexia, dyspraxia, again, because organisation is very difficult when you've got things like this, right? As you all know, if, for those of the loads of you that have got that have subscribed to this, 555, some I might add that only recognise they had it through doing sessions with me, you know, or watching me. But the point is, you know, again, the point is that you get the support that you, this is so random, but the point is you get the support that you need for whatever you're struggling with, whether you've got a label on it or not. Because again, I'm not a big fan of labels, but labels do serve a purpose. Like whenever I found out the different points in my life that I had these things, it really did help. It lifted a huge weight and burden for me, and it just helped me support myself more, you know what I mean, and give myself a break. A bit like, so that's the whole reason why I went into that story. I was a bit over enthusiastic when I was planning to do the live today, because I always say to people, see on a full moon, it's okay for what I'm planning on doing actually, but basically, right, on a full moon, it's not the ideal time to have a big serious conversation or like, you know, with others, or really probably to sort of ruminate and go over something yourself, you know, because you could really sort of drive yourself a bit nuts, or, you know, run rings around yourself. And it's because feelings are so much more heightened at a full moon. So that's why, again, it's obvious for when you're talking with others about anything, definitely if it's anything to do with business or love or twin flames or whatever, because we're all twin flames if you're people that tune into this channel. And again, if you're not, you're lost in YouTube land, but you can hang around in Nebula if you want. Like I would say, people are going to, if they, whether I say they can or not. But that's what the channel's about, just to let you know. We're about healing and empowering twin flames around here. The true ones, I might add, the true ones. But yeah, I'm just being like, this is so, I'm just laughing at how random this, again, everything I do is random, but it is kind of random. It wasn't part of the plan, and planning is Capricorn, and so there's something in that. This wasn't part of my plan, but people that follow me all the time know that. It often doesn't go, like, again, I basically know not to have a plan, really. And when I do kind of think, right, I'm going to do this, this, and this, it never goes the way that I thought it was going to say anyway. There's something in that, just releasing control. Oh shit, yeah, Capricorn's about control. Releasing control and surrendering. I've just been drawing the word support on here. And support, and that's just the one that happens to be on the top, but there's never any mistakes here. It's a divine mistake, so somebody needs this message. That's reminding me of the Cancer energy. So the opposite of the Capricorn energy is Cancer. So Cancer is about self-love, self-care, nurturing, and you'll see when I do one of the questions here that I'd based one of them around that balance of self-care and work-life balance kind of thing. And also, we're in Cancer season. The sun's in Cancer right now. As hashtag all the feelings. You know, the lower sort of side of Cancer can be like depression, just low energy. You know, quite sadness. Really, it always reminds me of the character in Inside Out. I love that film. I used to joke on the Facebook Lives that I learned more from that film than I did in my counselling training, because it really is brilliant for teaching anyone about feelings, never mind just the kids. So if you've never seen that film, I really strongly advise it. It's powerful, because there's a character in it that is just happy all the time, and she's called Joy. And I identified with that before actually one of my, it was one of my counselling mentors when I worked in the school. I think I hadn't seen the film, that was it. And she said, actually, you're really like a character in that. And anyway, long story short, she was meaning the Joy character, and I do get it, because that is like Sag Moon, which, you know, I'm Sag Moon, but I'm also Aries Sun, and these are very happy, upbeat, positive energies. But you can't be like that all the time. But what she didn't know about me is, you know, because I worked in the school, like, obviously I'm going to come in cheery and, you know, happy and that. I'm not going to come in miserable. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, you know, when I look at it from a, like, observing that point of view, is that I like to feel I have got a bit of that balance, because now, but I bet you at one point I was always just coming from that happy, cheery all the time, you know what I mean? But it's like people that have followed me for a long time, you do see all my emotions. I feel people see when I'm in a bad mood, you see when I'm in my shadow, you see when I'm being sassy. Obviously you're still not going to know everything about me because it's not wise when it's on a public platform, but you do know quite a lot. Like, I don't think anyone can argue that case. And that would be like, but yeah, the whole point in that film is that there's something about, the Joy character has to admit that she's feeling sad, and it's the sadness character which, people are like, oh, it's not good, because she's just moping about being really sad. Basically they give something to one another. Do you know what I mean? And so I feel there's something, this is so random, but I do get it. It's either about you balancing out that part of you that's people pleasing, very just being nice to everyone all the time, and actually you need to give back to yourself, sorting out that balance, or admitting that, yeah, I'm not feeling too good right, or something like that, right? Because these are kind of these energies. Or it could, although that's two female characters in that film, I feel it could be about like you and your twin flame energetically, or literally for some of you, about somebody's more happy and somebody's more sad. Really, just to keep it simple here. And I need to hurry up because I've only got 20 minutes left to do this reading because of the amount left on the phone. So, first things first, before I get into this, if you want this for yourself, and I get this out in time before I do the live, but even if I do it after the live, if you want me to do this on a pre-recorded video, you can. I don't normally do that for that price, but in this case I would do that. I think it's just a little bit more than that. I can't remember if you look at I don't know if it's maybe 25, it might be more than that now, but whatever it is, I would do that just because I've said it now, but I would prefer to just do, or I would do it on the next live stream. That's what I would do. It's easier for me to do that and record, like tomorrow. That's what I'll do. So if you're watching this on Monday the 3rd, the full moon, if I don't manage to do your personal one for the £20, whoever donates that, pays for it, really, donate whatever pays, I will do it on the Tuesday live stream, right? But basically, the point is, I feel I'm going to be doing this from my bed. So I might be wrong, but I do feel I'm going to be very chilled doing this in my bed. So I haven't done that for a while, and I just feel that's what I need today. And that's what I mean about it was a bit over enthusiastic, because Mondays are my days off. And this is a huge full moon for everyone, right? But wherever something was going on in your life just before Christmas at that new moon in Capricorn, something's coming to some kind of completion, an ending of some sort, or you're learning some kind of lesson, and I feel it would be very like a karmic lesson, or, again, just some kind of lesson that you needed to learn. And I feel for many people it is around where you support others, or, overgive, or, because these are the things that are coming to me about, and I know that was definitely for me, it's always like a life lesson for me, but like, where you need to give back to yourself, where you need to comrades, where you need to, like, not like overwork so much and all this kind of stuff. So this is all for other people, and like say, I'm resonating with what I'm saying. But anyway, blah blah blah. I'm just going to do a general collective one and see whoever it resonates with before the time runs out. So these are the bits of paper I usually pull for Mediumship Monday. So I don't know how this is going to, apply. I might need to do a separate video, but we'll just see. What do we need to do today? But I'm doing this anyway. Shadow work, yeah. So shadow work, and I feel this one too, and colour healing. That's, fuck's sake. I was going to pick up that deck. But then look, chakra healing and colour. So there's something up, right? I need to get those cards. There's something about utilising. So that's just a message for you if you resonate with it in general. Utilising colour healing, which I am, I don't know, colour healing. Again, that's another label. But I am very much a healer that uses colour with everything that I do. But there's something that's important that wants to come through, so I'm just going to use this deck, and because I do like to use those bits of paper to do it. So basically I'm merging this spread in with the Mediumship Monday, and I'm actually, if you watch it, I did record one, I think it was 2 weeks ago or last Monday, and I forgot about it, so I'll probably publish that too. But I'll just see, because I hadn't watched it back yet. What do you need to know in general for whoever? Oh my god. Oh my god, and look. The people that know me well will know, like, I love rainbows, you know what I mean? And can I just add, again, it's like, listen, I respect everyone and everyone's preferences out the bedroom, whatever, in the bedroom, whatever, and all that. But I don't love rainbows because of pride or anything. Like I say, yeah. Anyway, I just love rainbows, and I feel it is to do. I've loved rainbows since a kid. I mean, who doesn't? I've loved rainbows as a kid, but I very much work with this rainbow frequency. I'm very much a rainbow warrior. But yeah, I just want to stress that because again, the rainbow has been hijacked a bit. You know what I mean? It wasn't always just about that. As much as like I said, if you're new around here, I always say this is for whether you're of any gender, you know, whether you're male, female, whatever you identify as. And right, so anyway, connect with fairies and nature. Something about using colour today is big, and I'm laughing because whenever I tend to pull a card, like a general card, and that's the only one about love in this deck, I always pull out the love ones, and it's because I am a love healer. I'm a twin flame healer. So attracting a relationship, Rose. And I'll just read it quickly. This is going to be, by the way, it's going to end really abruptly because of the timer. But you see, time's running out. That's amazing. Time's running out. Someone feels like time's running out. And the Capricorn full moon would make you feel like that. So make sure you don't put too much pressure on yourself that you have to do everything on this full moon, like as in today. And you know, by the time we get this uploaded, and that, it'll be later on in the day in UK, but it'll still be your daytime other parts of the world. But that's what a full moon can do to you. And Capricorn's going to have this real serious feeling. So basically, you know, give yourself a bit of time. But by the way, there's definitely something about the rainbows because they're pulling me at my rainbow rug that I'm in. You know, I'm in my office right now and they're pulling me at my rainbow rug, the rainbow chakra flag there. There's a big thing about rainbows here. And rainbows mean hope to me. So it's, I think this feels like there's hope around a situation. Rose is a colour of romance, deep love and affection. It assists with opening the heart and attracting a healthy relationship into your life. It can help you if you have low self-esteem. There goes with that sadness thing I channeled about loneliness and sadness. Oh, rose is also great for releasing worry and stress. Right, I'm going to do this very quickly. The rose colour helps to attract love into one's life. Today, wear a pink top, shirt or hat. Again, each to their own. Focus on this ray and allow yourself to be playful and have fun. Different shades of pink, especially rose, awaken your heart and allow you to be more open to other people. But I just feel it's something about being less serious because Capricorn energy can bring a big seriousness energy, which we need, you know, which is appropriate at certain times, but not all the time. Use a pink pen to write down all the things you love about yourself. As you become aware of your value, so will other people. Write down all the people you love in your life. Let the love energy build. Let the love energy build. Allow yourself to feel grateful for all those wonderful people. The more love you feel, the easier it will be to attract more of it. So basically it's about the more you value yourself, the more you're going to attract healthy, balanced relationships, which is what I say in my meditation all the time. If you go and watch the journeys. If you're looking for a relationship, write down all the qualities you would like in a person, then close your eyes and imagine placing your list into a rose bubble. Observe as it floats out into the universe, looking for your perfect mate. I'm sure I've actually channeled that and made it my own in one of the journeys. Like, you know, it was something very similar, but I don't know if it was influenced by this book, like, if I'd read it or if that just I don't know, I get all mixed up with things, but because sometimes I've already done one of these and I read this after and I'm like, fuck, that's like what I've done. Observe as it floats in the universe, looking for your perfect mate. Now all you have to do is be open for this wonderful new person to come in your life, right? And it says, divine intelligence, I'm open to attract the wonderful people with open minds and loving hearts in my life. And I just think that's because this didn't have a love theme. They wanted me to, again, they always want me to utilise what I'm here to do for people. Right. In a shadow work one, I'm just bending down to get a card. Take a chance on them. I just literally picked up any random card that was there. So there's something, that's the shadow work. Take a chance on them. So again, perhaps it's like either you're doubtful someone's going to take a chance on you, or you're doubting whether to trust someone, something like that. But Spirit's saying take a chance on them. So again, you use your discernment, you know. Offer your support to someone, experience the joy of serving others. Well, that's what I'm doing right now while I'm doing this. Right, so let's get into the questions. This is going to be really quick fire now. So it's quite fun to do it, a bit stressful, but never mind. Right, so where is my wee makeshift? So the first one is, what intentions and goals are coming to fruition for whoever resonates with this right now? I'm going to have to hurry up, I've got 10 minutes. So you'll know if this is yours by what resonates. And what I'll usually always say is if this isn't you, it could be for your twin, or like I said, it's not yours at all. We've got external validation, right? Instantly, before I even read the book, I do feel that is going to be something about, like, the intentions that are coming to fruition is someone is no longer seeking external validation for who they are. Yeah. So again, I would lean this more towards being a divine masculine reading, regardless of gender, but I'll reserve judgment because there could be some divine feminines out there that are new to the journey that are still people pleasing and needing to work on all of that, and you found the right place if you've came across me, because again, that's the journey that I've went on, and I certainly ain't no people pleaser now. They're always giving me more lessons, but again, I'm about teaching people boundaries. So right, so what intentions, goals are coming to fruition? We've got finding your own vibe and your own beat, effortlessly attracting others because of your warm energy. Wow, very divine feminine. So again, it could resonate with divine feminine, but again, you see, or it's a divine masculine balancing their feelings. Tuning out the noise of external validation, listening to your own heart, opening yourself up to external validation, accepting compliments. Paying too much, in reverse, it would be paying too much attention to naysayers. I feel that's what you were doing before. Listening to opinions as if it was fact. Worrying about what others might think. The addictive nature of needing praise and addiction to social media. Oh, there's the overworking thing. Oh God, actually, that bit does resonate with me. You know what I mean? Because it's like, well, it doesn't, because like I said, I'm not addicted to all, I'm not on any other platform apart from here now, but I was on all of them before and I found it overwhelming and I came off, but I'm good at helping others with that, because that's the reason why I didn't get involved. It's definitely not the talk of the tick. I've got many reasons why I'm not on that, but again, I think that's so devilish how addictive that is. Like, I don't think it's funny, like people make jokes about it, but I did not, it made me feel ill. The limited time I spent down it, I was like, nah, no way. Anyway, whatever. But you again, like I said, you go where you feel guided to, and don't say I never told you so when shit comes out about that. Right. So, on one hand, external validation can build you up and give you the encouragement and support to continue. Positive external validation whispers, "We love it. Continue. We want more." It can be wonderfully supportive and reassuring and offer glimpses into what's possible for the future. In this way, external validation can be a driving force for success, and that's what Capricorn full moon's about, success. Yet on the other hand, it can be terribly addictive and become far too important if you give too much power. It's important to learn how to tune out in order to tune in to your own vibe and creative north. So that's like when I say, like, look, I just know because I've been doing this a long time that I'm going to put this out here, and as long as it helps one person, I'm happy. But I know that it helps way more than that. But again, it's at the same time, it's like, look, I just fucking put it out and then go and do whatever I was doing. Do you know what I mean? I don't bother too much about it. And that's been I've been in training for that for a long time on the other different platforms. So I'm grateful for those platforms, but this is my home now, you know what I mean? That's the way they just told me. That's funny because home is the opposite energy, that's Cancer. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I was posting things and you know, you're getting 1 and 2 likes and whatever, and then it accumulated into like fucking loads of comments. But it always tended to be in secret. It was always in groups. People were acknowledging me in a bigger way, and in public, I wasn't getting half as much as what I got in group. So there's something in that too. It's annoying, isn't it? It's like I seemed to be a way bigger deal in secret, and I wasn't getting the accolades in public. Oh, so maybe someone's resonating with that. But again, learn to not care, because I learned to not care. Right, so the absence of external validation could be a creativity killer if you find yourself unable to move ahead without it. It's time to know thyself and to rely on your own acumen and intuition as to decide something's value. Again, it's like, you know, like I always say, some people buy followers and shit like that, so you just never know what's. I mean, I can feel into what's true, what's not, but you know, don't be fooled by stuff like that. Accept the positive when it's there, and in absence, be your own cheerleader. That's something I say all the time. Be your own cheerleader. And if you need a cheerleader before you become that, I'll be your cheerleader. That's very much my energy. Throw a headset on, light a candle in your heart, groove to your own favourite drum beat and relax. Your unique gift for seeing the world in your unique way will guide you. And that's probably why they made that be in the shot, because I didn't plan that. I just saw it when I started. So that was the question to go with. What are your goals are coming to fruition? Someone's no longer needing external validation. Right, okay, so what is my, and then that one's on the bottom again. What is my work self-care balance for this person? Blessings are coming in for one, for whoever's resonating with this. Again, and I asked for the general collective. So, and this is a whole load of cards. What is the work self-care balance for this person that's going to resonate with this? Oh shit, that's quite a lot. Make an altar. So have you been making some time to, you know, commune with the divine in your own way, however you do that? Connecting with crystals, utilising crystals. You might like to have crystals for business around your area and all that, or I don't know, working with abundance crystals. Again, I can help you with that in a personal session, or you can look it up yourself, maybe you already know. And again, you might actually be, this might be for a singer. I do support a lot of people that utilise singing, you know, whether it's shamans using singing in their work. That's me. You know, you might think that's funny because I jokey do it, but that is actually a part of my healing. Is when I channel the songs, even though I can't sing. Hilarious, I know. Sometimes I can sing with some songs, but very, very more few than you know what I mean? Like, I don't claim to be a singer. Right, so That's a very interesting random mix. That surprised me what's come out, but whatever. Guidance for reaching my hat. But again, there's something about, like, you know, just you spending that time in the divine, however you do it. That can even just go on a walk. You don't need to be like umming and on, like what I said in a video recently, like, you know, sitting on the grass, like, you know, you don't need to do that. Do it your own way. When I walk on the beach in silence, that's my meditation. That's why I kind of stand up, bump into folks. I'm like, yeah, I'm meditating. You know, using crystals, you know, whether it's chuck it in your bra. I've never really been a fan of that. You know, you can wear it on jewellery. It's a lot easier, but you do you know, just whatever, you know. Make sure you don't have too many. Someone's got too many crystals by their bedside. That can actually keep you awake. You know, don't overdo it. So whoever needs to hear that, I've been there, done that with a t-shirt with stuff like that. Someone needs to hear that. But again, I think the singing card's about just having a laugh and not taking yourself too seriously. That's why I sing on the internet. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it being serious. I'm doing it channeling a message for the twin flames, and I like singing because it's good for your throat chakra. You don't even have a fucking reason either. Again, don't be so serious. See, Capricorn energy. Guidance for reaching the highest timeline at this time for this person is life is meant to be vibrant, deeply felt, growing mosaic of long, meaningful moments. I love it. And look at what I just said. It doesn't need to be that deep. It doesn't need to be that serious. Freedom and victory belong to those who remain strong and true despite temptation. And I feel that does definitely... it feels like it's to do with work, but and about being different, because again, they just sort of spoke to me about what I do, because what I do is different. And again, although twin flames are way more popular than what they were when I was talking about them in private more 8 years ago, and really it's longer than that, they're certainly a hot topic now. But again, you know, it could be people that know that it's real, never mind believe it's real, they know that it's real because they're on it, or people that think it's like some kind of made up load of shit. Like, do you mean, it's kind of like, so it is, you know, it was brave of me to pursue this, but again, it is because it's my calling. Look at that just jumped out when I was saying that. It's my calling. So we've got something about love, compassion, lake. So let's just read this. The last one is, what karmic lesson is completing? Well, the karmic lesson for me, you know, is actually, I do resonate with some, actually, I'm going to need to watch this back. I was going to do just my own one again. So maybe they have to, I don't know, I'll need to watch, I'll put in the comments, and I was like, oh yeah, but I have actually, I suppose, resonated with quite a bit of this. Right. I might not be able to find this in time, but I'm not going to lie. Oh, fuck. This means something too. Wait a minute, 95. Right, I think I'll have time to read it. I just got drawn to 144 in the book. We know what that means. Right. In this beautiful image, we see hands reaching towards each other for your heart. The green field surrounding them is the colour of the heart chakra. I think someone needs to do a heart chakra healing today, whether it's one of mine or find it on something on YouTube. It's when we feel love in our heart. Oh, because I said at the start that not only naturally emit the healing energy of compassion, which I'm always emitting that healing to you during this, but we also attract love and compassion. That's like the love card at the start, blah, blah, blah. All wounds stems from the illusion of separation from source and all creation. So that's about twin flame separation too. The root of healing of this wound is through cultivating love and compassion for every being on this planet, including yourself. Not a bland, standard, unquestioned acceptance, but a heartfelt sense of profound relatedness to whatever you perceive as apart from yourself. True compassion requires not only the feeling of warmth that emanates when you're in touch with your heart centre, but the acts of kindness, even if it simply means being a fully attentive listener. I've just actually worked out what it is right before the end, which is what I said was going to happen, doesn't it? This is for a divine feminine and a divine masculine, because it was take a chance on them. And look, get the bigger picture sitting there as well. Don't let yesterday use up too much of today. That came out, another one, divine feminine still sitting there from the other day. And attract a relationship, take a chance on them. It's something about a divine masculine's moved more in. So this is for a whole wave that are going to resonate. Divine masculine's been guided to or has already moved more into their feelings. And I feel they're the one that needs to be heard at this time. Because as we all know, being truly heard by someone that really is listening to you can be very healing, especially if you've had a whole load of people around you that don't listen, which is many people. Respect the fact that your heart is a giver, putting out electrical energy, and a receiver drawing in magnetic energy. So interesting. These energies are best sensed by attending to the steady flow of your breathing while also noticing your heart. I'm laughing for a few reasons, but it's also because I always say that there's an advert I catch all the time about, and it said something about electricity, and I can never remember it to say it, but it was something about there needs to be enough resistance for something to come together again, and they were talking about I can't remember. It was something like that, though. I don't know. I'm not an electrician. These energies are best sensed by attending a steady flow of your breathing while also noticing your heart area. Righteousness, fear, anger, and judgment are some common ways to block your natural desire to love. Forgiveness is not only letting go of judgment, but also seeing through the illusion that you and all that is are separate. Look about you and inside you and do your best to love whatever you see. And remember, external validation, right? So yeah, it's about having that love. When you've got that love, that unconditional love and acceptance and compassion, which I know can seem a very big stretch for some people, but if I can do it, you can do it, whoever you are out there. Anyone who's resonating with this. When you can have that unconditional love and compassion for yourself, which doesn't mean you think you're perfect, the sun shines out your arse, you never make a mistake, far from it. Because like I said, even the fact, like, I critiqued myself, because I've got Saturn and Scorpio in the first, like, I even critiqued myself that I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, I planned to do a live tonight, and what I'm basically saying, because I'm so honest, is I'm not, like, I was about to say I can't be arsed. Like, yeah, it might get down to it sooner, I can't remember, but I'm like, I can't really be arsed. I've not got loads of energy, but it's like, I'm gonna do it from my bed. That's my compromise. But again, it might be the fact that it gets closer and I'm like, guys, I'm not going to do it today, and I'll just stick to the Tuesdays like I normally do. You know what I mean? So I feel there is a message. Wait a minute, let's just ask. There's a message in that about don't be so hard on your now. And now I'm hearing that Jess Glynn song. I don't really like that song, but don't be so hard on yourself. You know what I mean? It's not that deep for me because, like I say, I do like doing the things from my bed, but oh my god, look at the stars. And I think that's about, yeah, paying attention to the moon cycles. And it looks 31 and it's 31 minutes. Make an altar. I'm going to ask, yeah, sensitivity. Look, because I'm really sensitive this time. But yeah, I'll come on for a wee bit. That's how I'm going to compromise your extra sensitive energies, emotions right now. Honour yourself and your feelings. Wow, that's definitely the balance of Capricorn and Cancer. See you later.